Hi there and welcome to this training video on how to start a self-care routine. In this video, we will discuss everything you need to know about self-care, including what it is, why it's important, and how to incorporate it into your daily routine. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what self-care is, how it can benefit you, and some practical tips and techniques to get started. So, let's get started. Part 1. What is self-care? Self-care refers to any intentional actions you take to care for your physical, mental, and emotional health. It's all about taking time for yourself, and making sure that your own needs are being met. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself with spa treatments or indulging in your favorite foods. It's about taking care of your mind and body in a holistic way, so that you can function at your best. Part 2. Why is self-care important? Self-care is important for a number of reasons. Firstly, it helps to reduce stress and anxiety, which are major contributors to poor mental health. By taking time for yourself and practicing self-care regularly, you can improve your mood, boost your energy levels, and feel more confident and motivated. Self-care also helps to improve physical health by reducing the risk of chronic illness and improving overall well-being. Part 3. Tips and techniques for starting a self-care routine. Now that we understand the importance of self-care, let's look at some practical tips and techniques for starting a self-care routine. Tip number 1. Make self-care a priority. The first step in starting a self-care routine is to make it a priority. This means setting aside time each day or week to focus solely on your own needs. It may be helpful to schedule this time into your calendar, or to set reminders on your phone to ensure that you don't forget. Tip number 2. Identify your self-care needs. The next step is to identify your own self-care needs. This will vary from person to person, but may include things like exercise, healthy eating, mindfulness, or socializing with friends. Take some time to think about what activities make you feel good and energized, and make a list of these activities. Tip number 3. Start small. When starting a self-care routine, it's important to start small. This means choosing 1 or 2 self-care activities to focus on at first, rather than trying to do everything at once. Once you've established a routine with these activities, you can gradually add more over time. Tip number 4. Be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to self-care. Try to practice your chosen self-care activities on a regular basis, whether that's daily, weekly, or monthly. This will help you to establish a routine and make self-care a habit. Tip number 5. Be flexible. While consistency is important, it's also important to be flexible. Life can be unpredictable, and there may be times when you need to adjust your self-care routine to fit in with other commitments. Don't beat yourself up if you miss a self-care activity or have to reschedule. Just make sure that you get back on track as soon as possible. Part 4. Conclusion. In conclusion, self-care is an essential part of maintaining good physical, mental, and emotional health. By making self-care a priority, identifying your own self-care needs, starting small, being consistent, and being flexible, you can establish a self-care routine that works for you. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So make sure that you take time for yourself and prioritize your own needs. Thanks for watching.